2. Full, legally binding disclosure of political activities by all elected officials. Each representative of the people must devote no less than the amount of time and public funds that they and their subordinates spend in any way relating to any and all above-mentioned lobbying parties, henceforth also referred to as a, quote, meeting, than that of the amount of time and money spent relating directly, both in person and on the phone, to the private citizens who are their constituents. An official logbook shall be kept by each representative and signed daily by said representative as legal affirmation of the accuracy of each day's account of their activities while engaged in any official capacity. They shall not be required to enter into said logbook details of their interactions throughout the day, other than the times, locations, and durations of said interactions, and the names of those with whom they interacted in said official capacity. Said logbook shall be considered, under all circumstances, to be the property of the citizens of the United States of America, and shall thus be available within 72 hours of the request received by certified mail at the office provided them by the people, to be fully scrutinized and/or copied and/or photographed in full or in part at said office and/or in a court of law by any of their constituents and/or members of the court. Furthermore, each meeting between the people's representatives and/or their subordinates and such lobbies must be followed within 24 hours of its start, with an account of the nature of said meeting, written by the representative in their own words and published at the full expense of the lobby in newspapers as outlined in Section 1 of this document and on the Internet for public review. Said written explanations are to be treated without exception as sworn legal documents for which inaccuracy is a non-pardonable crime, resulting in a minimum of 5 years spent in the general population of their state's most dangerous prison. Furthermore, any legislation brought forth by any representative of the people that in any way relates to any lobby, as the general term governmental lobby is at the time of the writing of this document used for legal purposes and/or public broadcast by holders of licenses for television and/or radio frequency use in this country, must be accompanied by a full explanation written by the representative in their own words as to how such legislation will benefit the American people. This is fully intended to include, but not be limited to, any and all earmarks and riders. Such written explanations must be published in newspapers as outlined in Section 1 of this document and on the Internet for public review no less than 24 hours prior to such legislation being brought forth, and paid for fully by the relating lobbying parties. Said written explanations are to be treated without exception as sworn legal documents for which inaccuracy is a non-pardonable crime, resulting in a minimum of 5 years spent in the general population of their state's most dangerous prison.